Yo. We are back. Episode 132. Y'all know what time it is. It's your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
And this is Late Night with Nate and Adrian. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. Boogie! How you feeling? Still a little hard horse here.
Little horse.
But how you
You all
feeling?
right? I like the raspiness. The raspiness on your voice.
Raspy.
It really, it definitely complements my voice as well. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I just realized I did not put my light because I feel like you are a lot brighter than I am. And I'm like, what is missing? This whole
Get
setup
your
thing.
lighting going.
I gotta get my
lighting
lighting going. I got people
gotta
needs to
shine
see.
bright like a diamond. But you
Right.
know what? You're right, because I don't even have my full light package going on. Here we go.
We all right here. We supposed to be set up before we
Boom!
start recording. Now look at us. Yeah,
So
no,
you know what it was?
what
We
was
need
it?
to see the melanin. The melanin ain't popping enough. So we like,
That
you know
color
what?
ain't hitting the way we used to hit. That's all it is.
Now we're bright and we're vibrant, and they can see our beautiful black faces. Because you know what? This is the second recording of Blickety Black History Month.
I'm black.
Black.
Right.
What was the other one from CB4? I'm black, y'all, and I'm
And
black,
I'm black,
y'all,
y'all.
and I'm
And I'm
black, and
black,
black, and I'm
black,
black,
black.
y'all.
Man,
Black.
another classic ass movie, by the way. It's such a terrible, funny, but classic black movie.
It is. Do you remember the first time you actually saw CB4? Where were you at when you first saw CB4?
Oh, I was definitely a kid. I wouldn't call was I a toddler? No.
Got quite the memory.
Right. I'm like, was I a toddler? No, I probably wasn't. No, but I definitely was a young preteen, and I was like, what in the world are y'all watching? Because clearly I wasn't allowed to watch that stuff.
Right.
I just so happened to catch
Shelter kids.
Right. I was just so happened to catch a cousin or two watching some stuff. And I was like, hey yo, what is this?
I'm gonna tell you the part that I remember, because much like you, being that shelter kid, did not get to watch the Fridays, the CB4s. I caught them either walking in, you hear that one curse word, and your parents yank you out. You ain't watching this. I remember probably like 13 or 14, and it's the part when Chris Rock is on the couch after the band is kind of broken up, and he's like, Wacky D, and the whole family is like, Wacky D.
Yeah.
That's the part that I saw as a 13-year-old. Fast forward to the college years when you can watch whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
CB4 was randomly on.
Yeah.
And you know how you see a movie and you're like, when did this come out?
Right. Yeah.
Like, how old am I or whatever? And then you start your mind starts putting you in that deja vu. And I saw the Wacky D part. I'm like, this is that movie?
Yeah.
This is what it is. It is like
quick flashback.
CB4, you know.
Yeah.
It's a cult classic though. Everyone should
it
go
really
out there
is.
and watch it.
It really is a cult classic. I definitely relate to you about being a shelter kid. And I felt like I was like semi-sheltered, because if I was at a family member's house, then it was all, all holds bar. But at the house, oh yeah, we couldn't
at the
watch.
house it was PG only. Even if you were 13, I'm 13. It says PG-13. It's like, nah, my boy.
Right.
We got to put eyes on it first before before you can go. But it's one of those. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm low key glad that there was a little bit of sheltering.
I agree.
If we're being real here, some people, you really shouldn't have been watching those movies. Like Friday, at
really
the
shouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. It's like some of these movies, I used to feel so left out when it's like, oh, you got knocked the fuck out. And it's like, yeah, you gotta see the Mighty Ducks. Like, I feel like that was me. Like, I'm over here like D2. Like, yeah, it was just like,
hey, Mighty Ducks. Hey, don't knock Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks slapped, so don't be.
holds up. It still holds up true to this day as they are creating so many sports movies now. Are
Based
literally
off of yeah.
Ducks. Snoop Dogg's new movie is just a black Mighty Ducks.
I was just
Like,
about to say, yesterday I got high and I watched the Snoop movie, and I gotta say, it's
what do you think?
you know what to expect when you see these movies. By the way,
Yes.
so don't. It's a celebrity fun movie, but man, I was having this conversation. I was like, is it just me or is weed destroying Snoop Dogg?
Okay. So before we get to is the weed destroying him, what would you rate it if we were going to do a new segment here? If this was like the Nate and Boogie movie and TV reviews,
Oh,
what would
okay.
you rate this? Still working on that jingle.
I was like, where are you going with this? I would rate
TV
it.
reviews.
I would rate it for what it is as a celeb produced
Okay.
remake of the Underdogs, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I would give it a solid 5.5, 6.
Five and a
Because
half, 6 black thumbs. Okay.
yeah,
Boogie's got 5.5, 6 black
out of
thumbs.
10, if we're doing that. If we're
Okay.
doing that.
We're doing out of 10. Okay, let's do out of 5. Let's do 1 to 5.
Okay, if we're doing 5,
5.
realistically, because you didn't give me a
You're right.
gauge.
I did
So
it. My bad.
I generally go 1 to 10. That's what I generally
Let's
go. But
do
let's
1 to
do
5
5.
black thumbs. How
Okay,
many?
if we're
black
doing that, I'll do a 3. I'll give it a
Okay.
3.
That's a solid review.
Because you know what? It had its funny moments.
It did.
It did have its funny elements to it. Acting wasn't, it's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
We got to take it for what it is. He did a lot of
A lot of ad-libbing.
I was just gonna say what it looked like to me. He looked like he was roasting and was like, "Yeah, we'll use that. We'll use that."
You know what it was? And you know more of this than I do, being the resident actor of the pod. It's when you're searching for that line, but instead of asking for the line, it's just like, just go with it. Because they be back there. Some actors, they let you roll with it. They let you, so they just like, keep it going.
Yep.
Keep going. And they're like, we're gonna keep all of this.
Yep. Yeah, because he was definitely he was roasting it. There was a couple ad libs where he was roasting and he was feeling it.
He
was
was
like, all right.
He forgot where he was at. Forgot where he was at.
I was like, I don't think nobody wrote that material. That's not a real line.
Like, so we're going off script again, guys. All right. I think you said something at the beginning when you were like, we kind of know what these are within like 2 minutes of the movie.
For sure.
I would even take it a step further. The first 30 seconds, I kind of knew what this movie was going to be. That disclaimer that they gave, I was like, oh, we taking it there.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
And I appreciated that too. Because I've seen movies like that where they gave a disclaimer, but also made a point to say, like, kids are gonna curse.
Yeah.
Kids are gonna be kids. And it didn't translate on the box office the way that this did. And I think it was a smart move for them to go straight to streaming services versus actually being in theaters, because not a lot of movies are making it to the theaters nowadays. So
that's a good point, because what was the kids movie that Seth Rogen and them did?
I was just gonna say with the black with the
fro, look like little Craig Robinson.
Yeah, it was little Craig Robinson, and little Craig Robinson haven't done a movie since.
That one. What's the other one? The one with the dude from The Office, was it Kareem or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Coffee and Cream or whatever. Yep. That one, I was like, whoa,
that
you got these kids cussing.
Yeah, I was a little uneasy when I watched that one, because I was like, I wasn't doing none of this. Like I was throwing a couple profanities here and there, just by myself around my friends
Oh
or
yeah,
whatnot.
your street cred. You have
Yeah,
like
you know what
I
I'm
ain't no
saying.
punk.
Yeah, out there.
I'm
Yeah,
a real nigga,
right.
South Side of.
But not the way that they were
Oh,
doing it there.
yeah, that was one of those ones where it's like we want him to cuss and we want him to go over the line. And I was like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna need
even
y'all
the
to make it up.
most
Yeah,
hardcore cussing parents would have been like, "What'd you say?" Like
yeah,
it was just one of those ones where I was like, "Yeah, my parents want to let me watch this one," and I
yeah.
felt like my parents could have appreciated the disclaimer that Snoop Dogg gave. However, shout out to Franklin Aloysius Mumford. Um,
However, yeah,
they would still not let me watch it. I'm
yeah,
not gonna
agreed.
hold you.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Because there were definitely moments where I was like, yeah, y'all
Yeah,
kind of pushing it right now. How many times we gonna
yeah.
allow these kids to? I get it.
It was a one and done. Even some of the attitudes for the kids, I was like, you know what? Let me see. Okay, so let me get my rating. I'm going to side note. Why is it whenever somebody puts on chapstick, you feel like you got to lick your lips or put on?
uh,
I feel like you was giving me a code word, but you was like, I don't want to say it. This nigga's lips is kind of ashy, Nate.
no, this ain't
Put
this
on
ain't
your
got nothing to
chapstick.
this ain't got nothing to do with you. Why? But why everyone always gotta reflect and pull it back to themselves, huh? Why?
Because we always self-conscious. Or it's like when someone puts a piece of gum and like, can I get a piece of gum? I don't know. Do you self-consciously be like, was this a trigger? Were they saying like my breath stinks? And or was it just them being like, no, my breath
It's all in your
stinks.
brain, man. That's that insecurities. That's that insecurities.
I'm working on it. My rating, I would say I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Three
Oh,
and a half black thumbs.
wow.
Um, I give it that half point because Mike Epps saved it for me.
Oh, he
Um,
definitely did.
Mike Epps was the person who I was just like, I don't really need this movie. I'm tuning in because gotta support the blickety black black
Yeah,
blacks.
yeah.
But Mike Epps was the person that kept me wanting to be like, okay, I'm not gonna give this the 10-minute watch. I'm gonna give
Agreed.
it the full watch.
Yeah, I agree. Mike Epps,
Sure.
yeah, Snoop Dogg was the straight man, and
Yeah,
Mike Epps was the comedy relief. Even though Snoop Dogg was trying to be the comedy relief, but it just didn't translate because
yeah,
it was about him and his story. Because even when he was trying to be sentimental near the end, where he was trying to reflect, it was coming off real harsh, and I was just
still
like,
coming
"Hey, my
off as
man,
this is Snoop Dogg.
yeah, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit soft. Where's the acting?
It's like, have you never been in these situations
Oh, they
before?
just played he's been playing himself in every movie. So he's
Yeah,
probably never had an acting coach, a class. Nah, they were just like, they probably was teaching him on set, like, can we get you to do this in a way that, remember you like just giving them examples just so he
yeah.
can help him out so it can look like something. So
It was, I think, some of the scenes when he was like angry, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting the emotion. All I'm hearing is Snoop Dogg, and I want to laugh because it's like,
rapping.
yeah, that's all I'm hearing. I'm just hearing, that's all I'm just like, yeah, it just doesn't quite do it for me. Not to say that you couldn't have been in this role, but I was like, I just, yeah, it's just all I'm seeing is Snoop and Baby Boy. That's all I'm
Yeah,
seeing. I'm not
I,
really
yeah,
seeing anything different, but
but yeah,
solid movie though. It was still
yeah.
solid.
I will say it's a solid movie, and it's based off of his real life events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We also got to give him the kudos because he did start up a league, and
a lot of kids have gone
he
to the NFL.
a lot of kids, 25 kids at the end,
Yeah,
they have pictures. His league has helped and seen about 85,000 kids.
yep,
And that's pretty
that's
remarkable.
huge.
Like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely huge.
we forget Snoop Dogg been Snoop Dogg since I think he was
since
19. I think what was it?
yeah, damn near since before we were even a thought.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So your man's been, doing his thing for a while. He's a hustler. So kudos to him. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, go check it out and tell us what you think. How many black thumbs or thumbs, regular thumbs, uh would you give that movie? So
Yeah, and again, shelter your kids, but shelter them with some relaxed boundaries. Don't be so uptight. Just watch it with your kids. How about do that? That's what I will say. I wish my parents would have at
ah
least watched certain things with me, but then again, I understand when them curse words be hitting you. So
boy, it be
maybe
flying. And then you gotta look at your kid like, you can't do that.
I'm not even gonna hold you up. There were a lot of movies that they did kind of wise. They was like, okay, you're getting older. I think you can handle this. But then when they was to start just rap, 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 it's like, no,
Yeah.
we don't talk like that in this household.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, okay. So I mean, just use your better judgment.
Yeah.
Use your better judgment. How you feeling otherwise though,
Judgment.
Bugs? How's everything else going for you?
Pretty good. Just, taking a week
A
by week,
decent
taking a
piece.
day. Yeah, it was a decent piece, nothing crazy out of the ordinary. I'm enjoying the weather's turning. So
Hey,
yeah,
starting to break
you know what that means. People gonna be out.
outside.
So yeah, nothing
Folks
crazy. What
about to
about
be
yourself?
active. Shout out to that rodent last week who predicted these nice
Yeah.
temperatures. Shout out to Pucks Find and
Mm-hmm.
Phil. For me, it's been an interesting week. It has been
Do tell.
it's been a ball of emotions.
Mm,
I will say that. It's been a roller coaster for me.
okay.
Um, I don't know. I just feel like I have been kicked in the balls a lot
The
this week.
gonads, if you will.
It was just like, what is going on? It
Yeah.
felt like anything that was that could go wrong, it kind of felt like it was going wrong
Mm,
for me.
mm.
I've had a couple challenges physically when it comes to the knees. Very, very painful. Anyone that's ever had knee surgeries or anything, you know what I'm talking about. It was
Sure.
just like the most gut wrenching, unbearable shit I could ever deal with. And it almost
Mm,
felt like I was going back to when I first got hurt, and
mm.
I couldn't sleep. And when you have knee pains, it affects everything. It affects your back, and it's just like you were just a ball of pain.
Mm,
That's what I was going through. I was just like, what is this?
okay.
I had a couple other setbacks that I was just like, I was ugly crying this week. It was just, I need to get on the phone with my therapist, need to hash some things out. I had to dump on a couple of homies. I
Yeah,
talked to you about some things, and so I say that to say it's good to have a good group of people around you who you can
absolutely.
lean on, where you can be like, yo, I'm really going through it. Can I just dump for a hot second? So shout out to you, Boogie, and a couple other people who helped me get through
Hell yeah.
some of these things. I did have a couple of wins. Some I'll talk about in the future. You were privy to those things, but I'll drop that tidbit of stuff later on. So I
Yeah,
was happy
yeah, we
to at
gotta
least
let them simmer. Let it simmer.
I was happy to at least get the win when you could take it. So
Hell
I
yeah.
know that I'm flowing into a new week coming up. What a much better mindset. So I'm just happy to put this one behind me,
Yeah.
because I'm like, yo, I need to put on a cup or something, because the universe was like, we going to town on you, my boy.
Mm.
So I'm just happy to be in a better space. This pod is also a form of therapy. Not my only form of therapy, because I don't want to be like, you need to go to a real person.
Yeah.
Believe me, I do that too. But this has made me so much better. So shout out to you, Boogie, and the day ones for being here with
Hell
your
yeah.
boy.
Shout out to y'all for always being there and liking and subscribing and commenting. We see it and we appreciate it wholeheartedly. So yeah, of course.
But I do want to say this though, for people who are listening, just take care of yourself, man.
Hell
Take
yeah.
care of yourself. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. So, and I was talking to some of my brothers, and it's some deep ass conversations to
Nice.
where niggas feel like you can't be open and you can't
Mm.
talk, or it's not okay to cry. I had to tell one of the homies, I was like, nah, man, it's okay to get this out because you deal with a lot
Yep.
as a black person,
Hell
as
yeah.
a black man. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
that you deal with when you
Mm-hmm.
walk outside your door.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it seems like, well, I don't want to complain. I don't want to do this, because there's always someone whose situation is way worse than
Of
yours. It's
course.
always that. But I'm like, yo, you are allowed to feel how you feel. It is
Absolutely.
okay. There's nothing wrong with crying. I'm not gonna call you a bitch because you're crying. Now, if you crying like every day, I might be like, hey, bro, what are we doing here? I don't know if your tear ducts can spare the liquid. So
Mm.
let's kind of pick yourself up a little bit, you know. So just be okay, fellas. It is okay to be vulnerable to your lady or to your lady friends, even your homies. It is okay. It's okay.
It is okay. It's very okay. And remember that all that suppressing, all that feelings, all that anger, all of that, if you do not let it out, it's gonna come out somewhere else. And
It's
you
gonna make you
don't
more angry.
yeah, and we don't want that. Speaking of feelings, I'm so glad you brought that up. Shaq, I don't know if you saw that, but
I
Shaq mentioned
did.
about not disclosing or sharing things or being vulnerable with your girl because they gonna turn around and use it against you. Uh and I completely forgot about that. Like the fact that he
Let's
said
get
that.
into it real quick.
I was just yeah.
Is this your grinding of the gears?
No, it's not a
This it?
grind. No, it's not a grind. I'm also just curious about how you feel about it because I think
um
he makes valid points, but at the same time, that's the I feel like that's a formula for you to always have a superficial as relationship. Like, where's the substance? Where's the how do you grow with someone if you're not sharing these things and being vulnerable with, your person that you're with? Like, yeah, everybody can use anything that they say against you, and so
I mean, that's kind of how it works. This nigga
yeah,
said he was gonna be here on time, and he wasn't. Now you always late.
right. What do you expect? So you want everybody
Uh,
to know just these 5 things about you and that's it? That's the only thing they can say about you?
I feel like two things can be true.
Absolutely.
Um, and this is a two things can be true moment. Um, I think you have to know who you can be vulnerable with and who you
Absolutely.
can share those deep, dark secrets and or feelings with.
For sure.
Now, if this is just a breezy fly by night, I flew you out type
Then
of a
that's your
deal,
fault. Why are you sharing
exactly.
your intimate secrets, your skeletons? What's up with that?
This sounds like Shaq is sharing with the wrong ones. That's what this sounds like. Because you mean to
Pillow
tell
princess?
me,
Yeah.
and let's see, how old is Shaq? How old
Shaq is too
is
damn old to be talking about if you talking about uh good women will. So to me what happened is when you hear her people say
51,
things like that, he's how old?
51,
54, 51.
51.
Okay, 51.
Too damn old.
That's him, Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, all of them. When I hear these men talk about women or just relationships in general, um as a man of that age and caliber, what that tells me is you still dealing with uh flimsy uh
Floozies.
yeah, I'm trying to find the best words to say it without saying.
Jezebels.
I'm trying to
Bustos. The whores. Low caliber women. Streetwalkers. Toots.
low vibrational women. Okay, that's what you know what I'm saying. Like to me, I feel like yeah, you get what you get when you out here busting it wide open with women or just people in general, busting it wide open for people that honestly just want one thing from you. That's it.
I agree. I feel like at this point in the game, with all of the knowledge that Shaq has, all of the money, you shouldn't still be having these types of
My
difficulties.
God.
I feel like this is a conversation that maybe the 20 and 30-year-olds, this might be their conversation. But my God, you're 50, 51. What was that quote that quote that Muhammad Ali was talking about? Show me a man that has wasted. Let me see
Mm,
what that quote is.
I was about to
Let's
say,
see.
I was about to be a dummy. You mean
He was like, "Yeah, I know that one."
I was about to
Let me
say float like
see.
a
Uh,
butterfly, sting like a bee.
I'm
You talking
Muhammad
about like,
Ali.
you talking about that? I'm a bad man. I'm a pretty man. What are you talking about?
It says the man who views the world at 50 the same as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life.
Easy.
And I'm like, that is literally what he's talking about here in that regard. Because I'm like, bro, you can't keep making these mistakes here. And you know what this is? This is a person. Ocho said it best on I think their last podcast. He was like, sometimes we feel like the grass is greener, or you feel like you are going to get something better than what you had. And that is not the case. And once you lose that thing, you are always going to be out here searching for it.
Yep.
And
Gone
I'm not
forever.
saying I'm not saying Shaq is shooting from the parking lot, but I'm like, bro, you lost Shawnee. And I don't know the ins and outs of
He
that
said he cheated.
relationship.
He said he cheated. He said he cheated.
But this sounds like Shaq, you've been chasing that old thing that you will never
Yeah.
get back because
And
you fucked it
Shaq
up.
and Shaq has another kid that we don't know about.
Ah.
He got a young kid, a new baby out here. So listen, I think men of that age and of that success, yeah, yeah, I think you're too old to still be doing the things that you were doing when you were first getting into the NBA.
Paul
To
Pierce
the
is another one.
I'm just
Ooh,
saying. I'm just
he
saying.
be crashing out all I'm like, God damn, like y'all don't have to go out like this. It's
I'm just saying.
also, I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like because you've had so many women in your life. 'Cause let's be real, you probably been pulling chicks since you was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, not one. There was not one that you feel like you could confide in.
Mm,
Not one.
mm.
But also though, also
Did that to
if I
yourself.
can't confide in you, why the fuck am I shooting up the club? Why?
Ah.
Why? These are some of the things. This might be where Nate, you're way too logical here, and also Nate, you're the poorest. You don't have that kind of money. But I'm just thinking like, if I can't share my deep darkest secrets with you, why the hell would I want to share a baby with you? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Listen, when that is a question for you men when y'all get into that that area, that vulnerability, that time. I don't know. When y'all are horn dogs, y'all see nothing but the tunnel.
Hoochie,
Y'all
the honeycomb hideout.
God, but that's
It's
yeah,
but
that's
also
it.
Shaq, also an aha moment. You think it doesn't work that way for women? You think niggas don't be throwing shit up in women's faces all the time? So don't just that pendulum swings both ways, my guy. It's not just you can't be talking to these women. You can't talk to some of these niggas either. Cause last time I checked, it be the niggas on the podcast. It be the niggas with the microphones who be telling every goddamn thing. Like
I just
more than the women.
yeah, I love that you said that because it's a whole slew.
A
It's a whole,
gaggle.
it's a whole gang of women out here. Like, boy, if y'all only knew. But we just we're better at doing everything. So that's just how we roll. So
I'm not even gonna hold you when it comes to that boogie because it's just like I might do something. I send it to you, and then you like, yeah, let's get rid of this. Here you go. And I'm like, this is why you need a woman's touch. This is what it is, you know.
yeah,
But
it's simple as that.
just
Y'all,
be better with Shaq.
yeah, I should say some men love to put it out there, and a lot of women are just like, "Mm, I'll just keep it. to myself.
This is one of those situations where also I would love for some of the ladies who have dealt with Shaq, I would love for them to hop on a pod and just be like, so what were some of the things that
Probably
he
got
didn't
NDA.
tell you that
He
you probably
probably
picked up
NDA'd
on?
up. He probably got an NDA. Just like,
it's, it's just interesting. I'm like, damn, Shaq, none of them, but do better, my guy.
Anyway.
I had a grinding of the gears, but I kind of you know what? We're gonna do it.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Overly positive people, especially when it's situations when it's like, you know what, my guy, I don't need this ray of sunshine right now. Those are the people where I'm just like, yo, read the goddamn room. Like, I hate those people where it's like, look, bro, I just got my foot ran over. It's like, but better things are coming. It's like, not right now. They're not. They're not coming right now. It's just like,
Okay.
I appreciate you being positive, but it's just like, there should be levels to the trickling of the positivity. It's like, whoa, you're really going through it. Like, outside of the cliche, like, keep your head up. Phoenix always rises from the fire. All that dumb shit. It's like, come up with something better to pick people up when they're in the worst of moods. Just do better.
I think it's hard for some people, like they don't know what to say, so they go really positive. And I find that sometimes I can do that. I can be that person, but I'm also that person that will definitely that would definitely let you know, like, damn, that
Yeah, I do a lot of damn.
I'll be like, that's messed up.
That's crazy.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that about you. I don't know what to say, but I wish for the better. You know what I mean? Like,
I am that's crazy, that's wild, but also I am because therapy works. I'm like, so how do you feel? And I kind of
right.
wait for you to tell
You
me
always
first.
gotta, yeah, you always gotta throw it back at them. You always gotta throw it back at them.
So how does this make you feel? Then I'm like, oh, you
Absolutely.
right. Let's go with that feeling. I'm matching your energy. Like, I'm trying to match.
Yeah,
Because I've been that
yeah,
overly positive. I'm like, I don't think this is working right now. Like, I don't think this is getting through. So you kind of got to meet them with another level of negativity where it's like, yeah, bro, that shit's fucked up. But it could always be even more fucked up.
Think about it that way.
You know what really gets me though is when people are like, you could have not woke up today. And I was just like, well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
It's always like people always think, and I was like, whoa. I was like, I just got fired from my job. I wasn't talking about killing myself. I wasn't talking about being on my
ending my life. Right.
I was just like, this sucks. It's like, well, someone ain't breathing right now. It's like,
yes.
Yeah,
I can still be complaining. Is that okay?
But it's also the flip side of that. It's like, there's also someone who's a millionaire right now. So it's like, meet me halfway here.
So true.
Oh, man. Boogie.
Yes, sir.
It is time to tip the hat or the velvet do-rag.
I'm tipping my hat.
This segment is where we like to tip the hat to people who are doing amazing things in the community. Who you tipping to this week, Bugs?
I'm tipping to Los Angeles. The whole city of Los Angeles. They unveiled one of three, the first statue of three statues that will be placed in the Staples Center. For those that are listening, I have a picture of said statue of Kobe Bean Bryant standing next to his beautiful family. And this was
huge.
Yeah, the statue is huge. And this was unveiled on 2/8/2024 to commemorate, give homage to Gigi, as well as Kobe's 2 jerseys, 8 and 24. So shout out to Los Angeles. I will say there's been a lot of discourse.
I was going to ask you, how do you feel about it?
There's been a lot of discourse on said statue. It's given Madame Tussauds when they jacked it up. But Vanessa Bryant also said, if y'all don't like the actual figure, tough shit. Kobe made the decision. This is what he wanted. I don't know if he actually asked to have his
Yeah.
statue not look like him, but but the actual pose Kobe requested and said this is one of the poses that I wanted. So,
Yeah.
looking at the damn statue, I will say, looking at the statue, it looks like him. They just messed up his shirt. It's the shirt and the head, the back of the head ratio.
Is
That's it.
that the hand? That's a little weird too. I guess
Yeah, it's a
depending on
little longer. It's a little longer.
what
Yeah.
angle you look at it. It looks more like Gary Bryant than Kobe Bryant. I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
Oh, okay.
Um, it's one of those things where I get it. I think she also knew because she was like, "Oh, the keyboard warriors, they're gonna be out here. That ain't
Mm-hmm.
Kobe."
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But it's also a statue, guys. Like we're not asking for a complete replica. Like
oh,
it's
I am.
gonna.
I
Oh,
am.
you are.
I'm
Oh,
asking
okay. Cool.
for
Cool. Cool.
a
Cool. Cool.
complete replica. It's 2024.
Okay.
How are these statue makers still
All right.
doing this horribly wrong? You know what they need to do? The
Okay.
only people that actually have got it remotely close is the NFL Hall of Fame. Like
Mm,
when they do those busts of the
yeah.
dude's heads, they are the only ones who have got it right. Whoever that person is, or those persons who make those busts, have
Mm,
them do every statue. Every statue. No
okay.
matter who it is. If it's a Mickey Mouse statue, have them do it because
All right.
they're gonna get the ears right. They're gonna make everything
They
perfect.
probably packed. They're probably packed to the
Um,
stuffed with booked for the whole year. Okay.
I get why Kobe chose this one. This was
This is
when he
the
was walking
81.
off the court, the
Yep.
81. Um, just gotta do a better job with the sculpture. That's all it is. It just make the people look like who they're supposed to look like. What pictures were y'all looking at when
Mm,
y'all were like, 'cause I'm sure there's like 80 million you could choose from, and they're like, this is what Kobe looks like. Let's do the exact opposite of that. And also, I feel like before these
damn.
statues are unveiled, don't they do any like this is a rough draft? Like
I
before you
feel
put
like
the
they do.
bronzer on there, somebody should be like, yeah, it looks like him. Like, come on, like
Yeah.
just do a better job. But I didn't know there were three, so I'm
Yeah, 3
interested to see what
statues. That's
the
what I was about to say. So that's why
other
it's
two
not
are.
really that's why it's not really hitting me really hard about the, dismembered the disfigurement, I should say.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that there's 2 other statues, but the fact that they have the first one, they unveiled the first one, like that's
What
huge.
do we put it at?
So
Like, because they got the statue. Does Shaq have one? I think Shaq has a
Shaq
statue, right?
has, yeah.
So Shaq has one. Magic has one. Doesn't Kareem have one or Jerry West? There's a few Laker players that have them. So I'm trying to figure. I'm like, where are they going to position
I mean,
all of
the
these?
state the arena, the whole area outside is pretty big,
That's true.
so
I guess it
they
is like a
they got
circle, so you
options.
could just kind of do like a ring of
Yeah.
Lakers players. If you had to choose one though, what would have been if you of all the
I
great
You
moments that
already
Kobe's
know
done?
it's the
Which one?
spread of the arms. It's the spread of the arms with the
Okay,
ball. Come on now.
I like that one. I'm gonna have to do the one where he pulled the jersey
Oh
to the
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
I thought that was a dope one. So hopefully
Very
maybe
iconic.
one of those two will be on the two statues. But again, kudos to Vanessa, the whole family, and everything. And keyboard warriors, just chill out a little bit. Chill out.
Take
Make
it
your
easy.
own Kobe statue. Why don't you put one in your backyard or
Let
something?
me
Like
see
this
y'all
is
bronze some statues.
Kobe.
Right, exactly. Who you got for your tipping?
My tippet is going to none other than the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. It's been nominated for the iHeart Podcast Award. The numbers is
Nice.
going up. The numbers is going
They
up
are
for
going up.
Shannon. At this point, you might as well phone it in. Well, the views that he got from Cat alone, and let's take a look. Let's put eyes on it. Let's see, because there was a new interview that came out. I don't know if you were aware of his most recent interview, but Monique was on there, and it's already at 8.5 million views in 2 days.
Nice.
So let me see where they were at with Cat. I want to see if they've eclipsed Cat. Cat Williams. Let's see. They are at where is he at? 58 million views.
Nice.
So they're well on their way, the Monique episode. I feel like with those numbers, and it's a very entertaining show as
Yeah.
well. Shannon is a shoe in, especially with these other podcasts that are out there. I don't know. We didn't get nominated, but that's okay. I know the nomination it'll be there for us next year because
Yeah,
we
and
want a top
it was a
podcast
little
as well.
skewed, so it's okay.
But he's doing good things over there. So shout out to Unk and Club Shay Shay. Send us some of that liquor. Send us some of that. Come be on late night with Nate and Adrian. We love to
That
have you on.
cognac.
We like to sip. We like red cup activities on this show. We got an honorable mention here, Boogie, for the
Yes, we
tipping
do.
hat. Excuse me, honorable mention to Miss Tracy Chapman. She performed Fast Car live at the Grammys for the first time in years. Was it like some 30 years that
It's been a while.
that was that she performed? Amazing song. Amazing song. Kudos to her. I'm glad that she is getting the recognition that she deserves. Because 9 times out of 10, a black woman singing a country song like in the 70s, 80s, 90s probably wasn't celebrated as much as it should be. The amount of racism that black artists face now doing country, I can only imagine
Yeah.
what she went through. I think it was Blake Shelton, Luke Bryan, one of them did a remake of the song, which started to make it pop even more than what it did. So kudos to her for being
Absolutely.
able to come back, and it's an amazing song. It's one of them songs that really it's gonna make you cry. I'm not even gonna hold you up. It
Agreed.
is one of those songs that really tugs on the heartstrings. So again, shout out to Miss Tracy Chapman, Unk, and the Bryant family. Let's get to
Absolutely.
this first ad. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I gotta tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, first up for news you can or can't use. A new study shows that those that pick their nose could be leading to Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is one of those words that
I know. I was
I
just about
never
to
say
say.
right. I never say
Yeah.
right. It's Alzheimer's, but sometimes I'll be like, it's the
Make up your mind. Right.
Alzheimer's. It's also one of those words when you're trying to spell it. It's just like xylophone. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
I ain't gonna spell it. That's what technology is for.
This is one of those stories to me that's quite crazy because I know a lot of kids, in the first grade that might be having some difficulties in a couple years. This is one of those ones where I'm almost like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are we doing with the money that we give y'all to go out here and research these things? It's just like, oh, picking your nose. That's what it is. Alzheimer's. Says a new study shows that picking your nose could increase your chance of developing Alzheimer's disease. Recent findings suggest that the beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease, might be generated in the brain as a defense against pathogens entering through the nasal cavity, such as from inserting dirty fingers into your nose. According to the study, inflammation in the Alzheimer's disease might be partially caused by pathogens entering through the brain through the olfactory system. I need to work on my reading. The
Those are
report
some hard words. Shit.
the report
I'll be
published
struggling too. You good?
the peer-reviewed journal Biomolecules said, who's reading? Yo, I got a pure journal called Biomolecules said there is even some evidence to suggest that the beta amyloid may have antibacterial properties as a defense mechanism against microbial infections in the brain. Additionally, the report stated that Alzheimer's disease is linked to viral, fungal, and bacterial infections.
So wash your
Yeah,
hands before you dig in your nose. That's really
that's one option.
what I got from that.
The other option would be use a pen. You know, people be like the pen caps and everything. Just throw the pen
Ugh.
away. You know, just get a clean pen, use that cap, throw it away, and you're good. Like, or keep that one pen in your desk. Like, this is the nose picking pen. I sanitize it. Don't nobody. If you steal this pen, you might see a little boogie on there or something like that. You know, so
Ugh.
it's just be careful. It's one of those things where it's like, how hard are you picking your nose to where
Yeah.
you just knocking off the protective membranes on the inside? Like, what are
God.
you doing?
You
Like,
got some dry boogies. You need to, how about wet your nose before you go in there? Like, that's probably what it is. If you scraping out membranes and stuff, yeah, you
yeah.
need to moisten that them nostrils before you go in.
You know what it is? It's like when you scrape your brain when you do a COVID test. I feel like that's what people are doing when they're picking their
Ah,
nose.
ah.
Because there's no reason you should be destroying these membranes. Also, I mean, I don't be looking at other people's nostrils, but I know mine. I have pretty small nostrils.
Not
My
me.
finger only goes, but I'll be like, oh, right here, that's it. Like, I can't even get past that one little line on your. I can't. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'm more of a, if I have to pick, which is not regular. Let me get a tissue, but I'm a pinky. I'm a pinky kind of guy.
Ah.
That's the finger that goes in there. But some of these other folks, like, what are y'all doing? Like, I don't get it.
Hey man, y'all be careful out there when y'all digging in y'all nose. I don't have that problem. My nostrils are pretty large, so I don't have that
It's
issue.
a full flow of scents and everything. Nothing gets stuck up there. You're just like,
Oh yeah. Listen. Now that I'm about to stick it,
yeah. I feel like
now that we talking about noses, I'm like, let me make sure I'm good in that
you know
category.
what, conspiracy brother here. Let's tighten up the velvet do rag here. I feel like if now that I know this information, if I work for Kleenex, I'm like, yo, we
This
need
is
to push
perfect. Yeah.
push these
Yeah.
Kleenexes and be like, hey, studies show if you picking your nose, you're gonna get Alzheimer's. We know what will keep you from picking your nose? These Kleenexes.
Right.
Like, the
Facial.
themselves. Like, I feel like that's what they should do. It's just like,
I like that. That find a way to make more money off of us. This is a great marketing pitch. Why
it's a
not?
capitalistic society. We're all capitalists in some shape, form, or fashion. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like, but also again, I just really want them. You got to come with two options though. You got to come with two things. You got to be like picking your nose and eating bad food. Like, it can't just be like picking your
Yeah.
nose, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's literally everyone. Who hasn't
But
picked their nose?
I think I also think that they didn't really specify how deep and
That's
how
true.
like aggressive
That's
you
also
have
true.
to be in order for, and I'm sure they have a range. These doctors are testing and doing all these um you know beta testing and whatnot. I'm sure they know they all the parameters, like, well, this person dug in this aggressively versus
I just
this,
want to know those questions. Like, when they were charting this, when they were like,
yeah.
okay, when they were going through this, they were like, so do you aggressively pick your nose? Like, they're
Mm,
just asking everyone that. They're like, we got it here. Out of 100 people, 70 of
mm,
them pick
mm.
their nose and they have Alzheimer's. Like, I feel like, how do we get here? Like,
Ah,
you know what? This is
don't know.
above my pay grade. I'm not smart enough
Yeah,
to
I was
have this
about to say,
conversation.
you
So you
lucky.
know what? If you're a scientist, come on here. Please, Neil deGrasse Tyson, friend of the pie. Please come on and
He's
please enlighten us.
he does more like celestial, like.
Yeah, but I feel like he would know though. I feel like if some smart people, you just know everything. And it's like,
I can't stand people like you, because once you are a specific doctor for something, you just assume that you know everything. Hey, my man, I know you a gynecologist, but I got an issue with my knee right here. Like, what should I do?
you a
I have
doctor.
no idea.
You should go see
Right.
go see an ortho, my guy.
Right. Like, why are
I'm a
you
podiatrist.
right? Why are you
I don't
focused?
know. I
You
still
know what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
Neil's answer though would be so
Of
captivating. I'm like, you know
course.
what?
It
Keep
would be
talking.
way more profound and probably targeted a little bit more than what we've decided that
I'm
these are
also
our
certain he would
answers.
be like, you know what? That is one form of Alzheimer's, but also the way the sun and the moon and the stars are shifting. That also provides to a nice array of things that can also lead to Alzheimer's. I feel like that's what
Everything's
he would do.
connected. Yeah, he's gonna be like, well, everything's connected. And if you use, yeah, we know, my guy. We know.
We appreciate you. Let's get to this next ad and we'll be right back.
Yes. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show. God.
I hate the internet. I hate the internet for many,
Okay.
many reasons. For those of you who are listening to this, co-host, producer extraordinaire Adrian put up a hilarious picture. It is a flaccid churro, and it says, "This was dead ass Drake in that video," and y'all went nuts. Pun intended.
Yes, sir.
This is another, like I said, I hate the internet. I hate the internet because at any given day, it will be someone allegedly dropping their meat, like, or dropping other parts of their body that we just like, what are you doing? None of us needed to see this. And also, I don't believe that these are accidentally leaked. You knew what you were doing. Like, what is going on? Drake's meat was out. His meat was all on the internet. I personally did not go and see it. So, Boogie, I'm going to ask you, did you go and put eyes on the man's meat?
I did several times because I was confused, and also I wanted to confirm exactly what was being shown on said video. And you know, I, I screen recorded it and sent it to friends so I can have other eyes on it
I
just to
was having a meat
confirm.
party, huh?
I mean, this is a thing that a lot of us women we
Hey,
do.
I'm not knocking y'all.
I feel like men do it too. but
We
in a
do
certain,
with
yeah,
ladies.
yes,
Well, I mean,
obvious.
there are some that do it with men because there was a lot of men who was trying to have a meet off and meeting up with Drake. Let's see where my meat stacks up next to his, and I was just, what the hell are y'all doing?
Yeah, it was a lot of men out there. It was surprisingly more men reacting to it than women. Women were reacting to it, but to ourselves and probably to
Not for
our
the
community.
same reasons that niggas was reacting
Right.
to it.
And watching said video, I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real. But then Drake went onto his story and posted this. I wasn't hiding my meat from the world. I was hiding the world from it. Poppy.
This is just like that's not the most light-skinned shit ever. Like I just like, bro, why? You don't have to do this.
I mean, okay,
You're
he
Drake.
doesn't. He doesn't have to do that, but from what people are saying on the socials, they are saying that he released said video due to Meg the Stallion his comment about
His meat.
men trash talking BBLs, but they got the same scars.
Okay. What is it? The Brazilian dick lift? Is that what they calling it?
Well, she's referring to men getting those etchies on their,
Oh yeah, like
abs
the
and
little
getting
V cut.
BBLs, meaning getting their, their stomach and their shape together, getting that V line,
It's been
you
quite a few
know.
rappers who've had that done.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean,
I again the socials are saying that they are that this
had some
particular
work done, my
line,
guy.
this particular line is saying that Drake had a BBL.
He could have. Who knows? I do remember seeing pictures of said abs might have been touched up or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, look, man, just look. I feel like if God didn't give it to you, He just didn't mean for you to have it.
Mm,
I'm not about to go out here, and for what I've heard, it's very excruciating. Like,
mm,
look, I don't need a BDL. Like,
mm.
you just, I no, I'm decent with what the Lord blessed me with. Thank you, Jesus.
I
Anything extra is just like,
listen.
what are we
This is
doing?
this is
What
my
are we doing?
thing. I'm not knocking anybody for doing anything to their own body. But what I am going to knock is people that are doing things to their body and it's not looking natural. That is
Well,
it.
that too.
That is
Also,
it.
if you're doing stuff to your body and you're shaming those who did the said same thing to their
Yeah.
body, it's
Yeah.
like, what are we doing here, my guy? You
Yeah.
still on the operating table too?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Because apparently Megan was accused of getting work done to her body. That's what it was. I believe it was Drake. Again, I don't know the ins and outs, but this is what the socials are inferring. So,
It's mad light skin. That's all I'm gonna say. It's mad light skin.
mm,
It's like, one, my guy, who cares? Who cares if Meg had any work done? As
mm,
far as I'm concerned, if Meg did have work done, everybody else needs to go to her doctor because it looks like it is real.
yeah.
Like, I don't care. She's not out here looking like an ant. She's not out here
Yeah.
looking with the misshaped cookie cutter body. Whoever she went to, if she did allegedly go, y'all need to go to them. It's just like, Drake, cut it out, man. I saw, again, I was flabbergasted at the dudes. Like, again, I was seeing meated up, and I was like, why the fuck is meated up trending? And I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna click on this because there's certain things on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, where you just know this is gonna take you down a deep, dark path that I do not want to go down. And that's what Meet It Up is like. No. And it's crazy to me because it's like all these dudes, but pause, 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 pause. But none of them niggas was saying pause when they were trying to have a meet off or a meet up or meet it up with Drake. So it's like y'all pause stuff that's not supposed to be paused, but the stuff that should be paused, like this man's meat, nothing, because he's your favorite rapper. Makes no sense to me.
Listen,
don't stand me like this. Whenever this podcast really blows up and you see Nate Adrian all over the world doing comedy tours, making movies and TV shows, one, I'm not going to leak my meat like that. But if anything ever happens to this level, don't stand me. Do not say anything. No, I don't want this type of fandom. It's crazy to me.
Listen, I welcome all these videos. It's not really, it's not really affecting me the way that it might affect you.
Adrian's like, please DM the meats.
It's entertaining, and it makes great fodder for my my women's
I will say,
thread, so.
For the ladies chat groups, I am sure it was like, you see the meat? Did you see it? So I'm sure it has left y'all with tons to talk about. I did see this one tweet. It's from @Majesty She says, as a Drake hater, I'm glad that boy got a big wiener because it just proves my point even further. You are rich, you are famous, you are light-skinned, you are Jewish, and you're packing, and still no woman wants to stay with him because deep down he's just a loser.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I was just like, God damn. If there's one way to ether a light-skinned nigga, this would be it.
But I don't think that's it. I think everyone is misinterpreting what's actually happened. It's not that women don't want to stay with you. I think it's more so that we've already decided you are community peen and we want other people to experience said peen. I think that's what it is.
Is it community peen or is it corny peen? Or is it both?
It might be community corny. It might be community. It might be community and corny. Listen, the point is, I think what's happening is the ladies that have experienced him are like, he is a sassy, very much
sassy white woman.
He's sassy and he's very romantic. You gotta experience this.
But he comes with a baby arm. So if you're willing to put up with the sassy,
that is where he will forever have someone.
Hey, that's where it's like, yeah, I put up with the corniness, but that nigga is well.
You're hilarious.
He's taking me down every night. I'm getting rearranged. So I guess you have to, you got to pick and choose. It's like dudes, it's like, okay, go back to Shaq. Go back to Shaq. If it's like when they say, like, when you lose your meat wrangler or whatever, like your number one meat wrangler.
Oh God.
This is what it is for Drake. It's like, hey, she is a meat mangler, a meat wrangler, whatever you want to call her.
A mangler and a wrangler.
It's like, you might want to experience this. So this is what I get what you're saying now. This makes perfect sense when we see like community ladies in the industry. It's like, what is it? Yep. This makes perfect sense as to what it is for Drake. Community peen.
To me, I feel like he might have did a roll call, like just he put the video out just to be like, I think I'm missing a few ladies.
Because I don't have enough. I don't have them all.
Exactly. Like I'm getting a little scarce on my ladies. Let me throw something out there to really get them talking. And,
is this? Yeah. But okay, so here's my thing. I'm like, when you are that caliber, do you really need to get the ladies talking about you?
No,
they don't. Already know who the hell you are. So why are we doing this?
It might be a dominance thing on the for the men side. Like, y'all could talk all y'all want, but who's slanging it the way that I'm slanging it?
This nigga about to be having all the other rappers like, I got more money than you, got more change than you, and my meat's bigger than yours. It's like, what? I'm just like, whoa. Like, I just like it when my rappers, when they talk shit, just compare bank accounts. Just do that. But when we start to get into comparing meats, it's like, yo, I'm out the game, dog. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is just
But
cut it
dudes
out.
do that all the time.
Not with their meat, Boogie. We dudes, regular dudes ain't out here just posting meat to be like, yo,
No.
let me see who want to meet up against me. Like, nobody's doing that. And if they are doing it, I feel like the regular niggas who are doing that, you just like meat as well. I don't think I don't feel like you're just, I don't want to stay relevant that much. Like, yo, I have all the money in the world. You have one of the biggest jets that a person could ever own.
Correct.
Why? You have one of the biggest cribs in Toronto.
Yeah.
Why do you, bro? Any woman on the face of this planet, and dude, will sleep with you. Any person on this planet will sleep with you, bro.
I don't know. I've given you my opinion, my thoughts on what it could be. But again, listen, if any, I'm gonna just put it out there. If any man feels the need to try and compare and want to, or want to get into this competition that's clearly Drake decided that
Drake
this
versus
is
the
what's
world.
gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. Like Drake, Safari. Like when I feel like when men knows that they are packing, they're like, but I must
show the
show
world.
the world. I just have to.
I have to give this gift. And I mean, he set off a trend because Bad Bunny did the exact same thing. When he was on camera, he didn't fully show. He just
was in the
like,
tub.
no, not that one. Not that one.
Okay.
He just was like, yes, I'm in my linen suit. And he stood up and it's like, bro, why are you standing up on a live? And it's just like, meat here. Like, what are y'all doing? Why are we seeing Prince? It's just like,
hey,
what is going on?
People that are enjoying these prints and meats, we are not complaining. So but I also want to make it abundantly clear. Like, I'm not asking for solicited penises. Like, we don't need peens. But I'm just saying, like, it is enjoyable. It's entertaining to see, like, check that out. I wasn't expecting to see
it's Tuesday.
Right.
Meat on the timeline.
I'm just saying, like, it's a love-hate relationship, I feel like.
So what Boogie is saying is, please don't send unsolicited meat pics. However, if some do happen to end up in her DM, she will objectively rate those said beans and then blast them out to the girls' chat. Is that what you're saying?
Yes and no, okay? But don't make it
no
a point
unsolicited
to do that.
meat pics.
Yeah,
y'all.
please don't do that. We're okay.
About to get an onslaught of Dear Adrian into the late night inbox. Like, no niggas,
please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Oh my God. All I gotta say to that is, Drake, just stop it.
Drake.
Like you said, this is a sick Negro. That is Drake. You know what? This honestly could have been a y'all niggas is tripping. It is time for who you got, Boogie. Who is tripping for you?
My y'all niggas is tripping has got to go to the Grammys Association, as well as people in general that are still holding on to this idea that we can change an establishment that was never built for us.
White establishment.
Now, the Grammys happened last week, and if you guys haven't seen it already, Jay-Z and Beyonce, as well as Blue, made the rare appearance at the Grammys because Jay-Z was being awarded for the Dr. Dre Lifetime Humanitarian, I don't know what the name is or something, award. And Jay-Z was like, all right, well, since you are forcing me and giving me this, I guess I'll show And they literally showed up in the middle of the show. They didn't do
Oh, they
the
weren't there the
yeah,
whole time.
no, and they left right after his speech too, by the way. But as he accepted the speech, he didn't write anything, and he was telling the truth. He thanked Dr. Dre, and he also made it a point to say, "You guys are confusing the Grammy Association. You guys are confusing. I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has the most Grammys ever won. Ever won. The most
32.
great. Yeah, 32, but has never won album of the year. How does that work? The math isn't mathing. The math isn't mathing. And you're right, Jay-Z. Guess what? You are right. You made valid points, but you also need to remember this establishment was not made for us. Now, I understand and I get it. We need these accolades in order to gain more money, more notoriety, more exposure, more people. But at the same time, how many times are we going to keep fighting for the Grammys or the Oscars or Oscars so white or whatever uh award show outside of NAACP and a number of other black award shows that are primarily focused on us that we need to keep pushing? How many times are we going to keep with this fight? Now I understand I might be a Debbie Downer, and I feel like we should always be fighting for better improvement and progress in a lot of industries that was never built for us. I get it. But damn it, I needed a public apology from uh for Kanye West, because he did this 10 years ago, and we gave him a lot of flack for it, but damn it, Kanye was right. Okay, Kanye knew what he was doing, and I hate to say it, but damn it, Kanye was right. He was just he made it a point. Again, the messenger wasn't the best. He didn't say it the best way, and Jay-Z was a lot more poised in how he said it. But why are
Yeah.
we so focused on why are we still focused on this, guys? What are we doing here?
It's a twofold issue.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree with everything you said. Because my issue is, and I get it. BET is owned by Viacom. The BET Awards is not
I
black
get it.
owned.
Yes.
I get it. Even though the BET Awards are still not black owned, Soul Train, blah 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 blah. All these awards are
Yeah.
most of them are not black owned. We
Yeah.
understand. They are
Yes.
still black award shows, and a majority of the mega black stars don't show up for them. They just do
The Image
not.
Awards. Like, we have the Image Awards.
The
We have
Grios,
yeah.
NAACPs.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have tons of black awards. Y'all niggas just don't be showing up to them. Also, they don't be putting them on TV at a decent time so people can actually watch them.
Right.
Like, I didn't know when the Grios were on. I had
Right.
to rewatch. I didn't know when a lot of these award shows run. We have to go back to putting more priorities and emphasis on us going to our shows. I remember watching NAACP awards as a kid. It's like, oh my God, they all look so amazing. When it was like that true Black Hollywood, they were all there. They did not miss a beat. Even if they didn't win, they would be upset because I didn't get it when I should have got it. But at least another black person won the award and you were there to support them.
Yep.
Now it's just like, I'm not going to those because, like you said, I'm getting more money if I win the Oscars, if I win a Grammy. We've pushed those awards up to where they mean more. And I got reamed when I said this on Facebook. I was like, honestly, yes, I would love to have Grammy, Oscar, blah, blah, blah. Love all those. But to me, my first couple of awards, I would love for them to be BET Award, NAACP Award. I would love for it to be all those because those mean more to me, that I am accepted by my own people
Exactly.
than the others. Also, only been 11 black people to win album of the year in its
Yeah.
the entire existence of that. Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Natalie Cole, Whitney Houston, Lauryn Hill, Outkast, Ray Charles, Herbie Hancock, John Baptiste, Quincy Jones. Well, that's really it. Beyonce should be in that list. It's also, I think Van Lathan said it. He's like, the Grammy Academy is, in so many words, saying Taylor Swift is better than those people that we talked about. She's better than Stevie Wonder. She's better than Prince. She's better than this person. She's better. It's like, stop playing. Stop playing. And one day, hopefully, Boogie, we're there to see it. Black artists will eventually be like, you know what? We're going to start going to ours more. One day it's going to happen. And I hope that we're there to see it.
Yep, I hope so too. But yeah, that's my Your Niggas is Tripping. Who do you have for your Niggas is Tripping?
Y'all niggas is tripping. It's quite interesting. A Utah lawmaker introduces a bill that mandates parents to potty train their pissy ass children before enrolling them in kindergarten. It says here, parents in Utah may soon be required by law to ensure that children are potty trained before sending them to kindergarten. A new bill introduced by State Rep Douglas Welton in Utah aims to prohibit parents from enrolling their children in kindergarten if they haven't completed potty training. You're asking teachers who are already seen to be distrusted a little bit by certain segments of population, and you're asking them to go and help facilitate a child to use the restroom. That's a big risk. That's a lot of them that don't want to take and shouldn't have to take. A Republican lawmaker said the bill introduces itself would mandate that the State Board of Education to create a new rule regarding toilet training as a condition for kindergarten enrollment. Students who are not potty trained would be temporarily removed from the class and referred to a school social worker and a counselor for assistance. Excuse me. They would also be only be allowed to return to the classroom once they have successfully learned to use the bathroom independently. However, there are exceptions in the legislation for students who have conditions documented in their individualized education program that hinders their ability to be toilet trained. State Rep Douglas Welton argues this is a measure that is crucial for the safety of both the children and the teachers. Walton expressed the need for this law has become more pressing due to the increase in number of students attending full daycare following the expansion of classroom access through the bill. Across states, this is Utah, we've got roughly 4 times the number of kids who are coming to kindergarten who are not potty trained. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. And I think y'all niggas is tripping the fact that y'all sending y'all kids out into the world not potty trained. Like, what do y'all want these teachers to do? It's reading, writing, and arithmetic, not reading, writing, arithmetic, and potty training. Like, some of these things you have to do before you enroll the kids in school. It's like when they say, hey, go over their ABCs, work on, learning how to hold a pencil, know how to write your name. Potty training should be included in that. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand it. And I know we like to say, well, back in my day, I think they did some things that were okay, that were right. I'm not saying, okay, I know everyone's potty training is different. I get that. But kindergarten, what's the age of a kindergartner? What is the age? Let me see what the average age of
Isn't it 5?
That's what I thought. Let's see. Average age for kindergartner. So the average age, it's 5 years old. So let's see when a child should be potty trained. Let's go here.
Because I was gonna say, if you find an issue with that, then maybe you shouldn't have kids.
It says that most kids are completely potty trained at 36 months. Oh, let's do some fucking math here. So 3 years.
Oh my God, I hate when people do that. Oh my God, 36 months? 3
years, God damn it. So they say on average, children start between 18 months, 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. So on average, you should be potty trained before you
get into kindergarten. Now they have to make it a law because parents are like, nah, you're good. We're gonna wait.
And I would think because diapers are really expensive,
You
I
would
would
want
think
to.
that yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You would want them not to be doing this.
Yeah.
Also, I've heard a lot of parents who are like, yo, I'm tired of cleaning up poopy ass diapers. That as well should be the push to be like, yo, my guy, my little lady here, we're going to make sure
That's
that
your
you know
incentive.
what you're doing. I understand you might have a couple mistakes here and there. I get it. You're still only like 3 or 4 years old. Mistakes happen. But come on now. Like, these kids are 5. They should know their names. They should know how to go to the bathroom. Like, I agree with the lawmaker here. And it does protect kids for safety issues. Because let's
Yeah.
be real, some of these people in these schools, they not doing background checks.
I was about to
So
say,
I honestly, I don't want you taking my child to the bathroom. Like, no, he or she knows how to go by themselves. It's just like,
let them do that.
come on, parents. Y'all already mad that the teachers ain't doing enough. So now you're gonna be mad they're not potty training your child too. They don't have time to do that.
God.
Like, come on, y'all. Do better. Do better. Let's get to this final topic. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles. And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that. Because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Boogie, I know you are more familiar with the talk than I am, but
Yes.
now you can actually get viral dishes delivered to you straight from TikTok.
Get out of here.
It says enthusiasts can now indulge in the latest viral recipes from home. People magazine recently revealed that the Creator's Kitchen will be available in over 30 states by collaborating with the top food creators and viral dining concepts. TikTok
Nice.
brings trending recipes directly to your door through DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. According to people, its debut dishes include pasta chips and dip, because a chopped Italian sandwich, a crispy lemon chicken and arugula, creamy shrimp scampi and linguine, Cajun chicken pasta, Italian stuffed bread sandwich, fried lasagna, and the best pasta ever. It says the most famous menu items is the baked feta pasta inspired by Feel Good Foodie. The dish is consisting of pasta, feta, cherry tomatoes, olive oil, and basil. Originated from a Finnish food blogger, Jenny Hironen, in 2019. It says prices for sandwiches start at $8 and $19 for healthier options like the Cajun chicken pasta. What says you? Are you going on your For You page to find these TikTok viral goodies to eat?
That's a negative, but I will go on TikTok to look at them, but I'm not gonna. I haven't bought anything on TikTok Shop. Probably won't.
Okay.
But yeah, I respect. I'm not gonna knock anybody's hustle. Like, you gotta get what you gotta do what you gotta do. I get it. The hustle is real. The grind is real. TikTok is TikToking. I get it. I've gotten a lot of great information from TikTok.
Not gonna hold you.
Great
It's quite
hacks.
nice.
Yeah, great hacks. So yeah, I implore, anyone who's, willing to take that risk to go right ahead and, check it out and tell us how it is.
I am going to have to side with you as well. I'm about to say no. I have actually had food from like a ghost kitchen. That's
Oh,
exactly what this is,
okay.
and they're just not that good.
Yeah,
Um, I feel like anything that's viral enough, I'm a pretty decent enough cook. I can make it myself.
that's
I
it.
can follow the directions, like, ooh, a chopped sandwich. I can chop up my own ingredients,
Yeah.
throw it in a hoagie bun. Boom.
Yep.
I am good here. Again, I'm not knocking their hustle. I get it. I understand. But a lot of these viral dishes, they're just, I get they're for a certain group of people. They're just not viral to me. And I'm just
Correct.
like, nah, I'm good. They're just after seeing all of the black chefs poach the goddamn ocean of all the salmon and crab and Cajun seasonings. I don't want to see any other viral foods, anything. I
Uh,
don't want to see anything. I'm tired. No, 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 no. I will say this though. I did try to make the viral like the lasagna soup and turn into a lasagna goulash. Okay.
ah,
Not an ounce of liquid in there at all, Boogie. I was like, what
that's
the
hard.
hell is going on here?
Hard
You know what
to
it was?
to make a soup. You didn't put enough stock or something.
Too many noodles. Too
Uh,
many of the lasagna noodles went in there. And it sucked because I was like, okay, this thing costs like 2 cups of chicken stock. I put
mm,
in like 2 cups and a little dash extra because you gotta just have a little bit more.
mm,
Soaked all that stuff up. I went to the pot and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be, when you're stirring it and you're like,
yeah,
this is gonna be good. This is the right consistency. Let me
yeah,
let it simmer for just like simmer for like 5 minutes. Came
yeah.
back 5 minutes later, no liquid. And I was like, you know what? Goulash it is. Still tasted good. But I was like, you know what? This is why I don't do viral recipes because they just and also it's a lot of work that goes into those. It's just
It's a
like
lot of prep.
it's just a lot. Just a lot.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not for it. But again, I like to reference TikTok if I want, to try something. I'll definitely do it. But yeah, you're not gonna catch me out here ordering from people that I don't know. No
Yeah.
Yelp reviews. No real comments. Even like, yeah, no real comments of idea of what it is, if it's valid, if it's legit or not. So, but again, go right ahead, people. If y'all want to do it, go right ahead. Let us know if we're wrong. I want to be wrong. Please make me be the wrong person out of this.
Also, it's your stomach. If you want your stomach sound like Tim's in the dryer, then hey, I mean, that's on you. But me over here, I
Yeah.
can't spare the antacid. I can't spare any of that. So it's just like, no, no, stay over there. Stay over there. Just stay over there. Shout out to the day ones who've been rocking with us. You know what time it is. It is time for nothing blunt facts. This is where you might be like, damn, Nate, you high as hell. Or damn, Nate, you real blunt here. So here we go. I'm trying to get better with them, y'all. A wise man once said, you gotta know how great you are without a congratulations, celebration, or validation. Gotta big yourself up. Big yourself, whatever it is, whatever you out here doing, big yourself up. No, you are worthy. You belong. Just know that you belong. I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else for y'all. Just
I
know.
thought, yeah, I thought you were gonna say, for some reason I was gonna say big yourself up, like big your back up, like be that's
So
that's where my brain went.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. Part of me was going to say that, but I was like, you know what? Let's not hit him in the gut too hard. Because also, Nate,
Whoa.
your back is still kind of big too, but it's going down. So I was like, you know what? We're not even gonna take that shot here. We're not gonna take that shot.
Listen, if you
But
want to big your back, big your back. Unbig it or big it, do whatever you want to do. I'm all for it.
just know the bigger your back goes. Never mind. We're trying to be positive.
We're not doing that here.
Shout out to the day was like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms because we're on all of them. I ain't got nothing for the people. What you got for them? Boogie?
Yes, we are. We are on all of the platforms for real, for real. So go ahead. If you're on the YouTubes, that's how my father says
Cubes.
it. The tubes. If you're on the YouTubes, go ahead and smash that bell so you can get notified when our content drops immediately when it drops. Okay. And to tell a friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening as well.
But he said it all. I ain't gonna announce. 132 is in the can. 133 coming to you soon. Y'all know it's your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Miguel.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
How about some bombs?
Bye, y'all.